Hello, my name is Sally and today I have my lovely model Jill with me, and what we're going to do today is to do another one of our style guide series with Jill. Hope you don't mind me saying, Jill, you are 62, looking wonderful, and she is warm toned, and the look that we're going to do on Jill today is boho chic. So a very natural, warm, sun-kissed, bronze, just very sort of relaxed look. Boho chic is bohemian, kind of goes back to maybe the late 60s when there was sort of slightly hippie, but the chic element means it's a little bit more of an elegant look to this. So, but very relaxed, sun-kissed, natural. Hopefully you'll enjoy yourself today. And thank you so much for being our model.
Oh, you're welcome.
So I have just popped some clips into Jill's hair. Jill has already prepped her skin by using her moisturiser in the morning, and you've got amazing skin. So actually doing the base will be quite simple because we're not going to have to do anything. We're not going to do anything heavy anyway on you. She's already used a little bit of lip balm on her lips as well, so her lips are nice and moist. So we are ready to go. The first product that I'm going to use on Jill is the Smooth Like Silk Face Prime. This is my hero product. This is the product that got me into using Look Fabulous forever in the first place. And it is a primer to use underneath foundation or beauty balm. So this product has got, it's really lovely. It's got aloe vera in it and it's got silica. So you need a couple of pumps. And then I'm just going to pop it all over your face, not on your eyes and not on your lips. So I like to use this with my fingers. And what this does, it fills in any open pores, or if you've got, I know, it's like I want to bath in it. I want to bathe in it. And just makes your skin really, really, really smooth so that when you put your base on, it goes on so much better, because as we get older our skin becomes a lot more like blotting paper really. So foundation often goes a bit patchy. This stops that, fills in any fine lines, open pores, and it means that your foundation or your light look beauty balm will stay on all day. It's just absolutely, for me, a fantastic product.
Feels nice already.
Yeah, you actually feel your cheeks.
Oh gosh,
yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? Smooth like silk. It really is what it says. So Jill caught the sun a little bit at the weekend because I think we were taken by surprise. We actually got some sunshine. So she's got a little bit of redness that she said she doesn't normally have. So what I'm going to use, it's really useful if that happens to you, is our Colour Balance Neutraliser in green. Green counteracts redness, so it's important to put it on before you put your foundation or your light look beauty balm on. So I do it at this stage. So I'm going to just put a little bit onto my hand. It really is green. Promise you will not look like the Incredible Hulkess at the end of this. This is really good also if you've got broken capillaries, just a bit of rosacea redness. It's a fantastic product, but as you can see, it is green. You don't need very much. So I'm just going to dab it on. Then with my finger, I'm just patting it in. So green counteracts redness. We've got a peach one as well, which is really good if you've got sort of brown or really dark circles under the eyes or really bad pigmentation. But green is for the red. On the nose. I don't know if you can see already. I'm not letting Jill see anything at the moment, but you watching might be able to see, hopefully, that the redness has just toned down a little bit with the green. Okay, so the product I'm going to use now will give that really lovely boho, sun-kissed, natural look, and it's our Light Look Beauty Balm, which is, I'm going to use shade 01 on Jill. This has got argan oil in it as well, so it gives coverage, so it's a little bit more than a tinted moisturiser, but not quite as heavy as our Continuous Cover foundation, which is still a light coverage, but this is lighter and sheerer, but it will still give you some coverage. So I'm going to slightly sort of stipple it on When it first goes on, it looks a little bit sort of orangey, but once it's blended, it just blends beautifully to your skin tone, as you will see when we have finished. So I'm stippling it on to the areas where I put the green, and then just little. I quite like to hold my foundation brush quite firmly, like I do with my blusher brush, so I can control it a little bit more, make it a little bit sort of firmer. It gives a lovely sort of slightly dewy look, this Light Look Beauty Balm. I've blended it in with the brush, and what I like to do then is just use my hands or my fingers. You could do this yourself, just to tap in and just make sure everything is really well blended. So as you can see, that's given a really nice natural look, but just a little bit more even. But we're going to even it out with a little bit of concealer now. Just to finish the dewy base, I am going to use the concealer, the Cover to Cover concealer in shade number 2. This is a lovely creamy concealer, and it's got tea tree, which is also good for redness, so it will also help with the redness. I'm going to use my concealer brush number 4, and just a tiny bit heavier. It's a little bit more coverage than the Light Look Beauty Balm, but as I said, it's still creamy, so I'm just stippling. Jill has hardly got any dark circles around her eyes, but if you have got a little bit of darkness, it's really good just to put it here. And then I take my ring finger and just tap the concealer into place. I quite like to use it on the inner corner of the eye as well, just to brighten that area. And if there's just any little tiny red bits or any little blemishes, you can just, not that there are, but it's a really nice product just to use. A bit of redness just here, so just go over that. What I'm going to do now, we've finished the base, we've put the concealer on. I'm going to just make sure that it holds all day, but I want it to not look cakey. Some powders are a little bit cakey. This one, the translucent powder, is really, really finely milled. So it will not look like you're wearing a powder, but it will still set your makeup. So I'm just going to dust a little bit over, particularly where we've put the green colour corrector underneath. It will hold that in place by setting it with the powder. It's just so fine you don't look like you are wearing powder at all, which is what we want. We want to keep that lovely dewy natural look. I'm just going to put a little bit also just on the outer corners of Jill's eyes to catch any spillages that we might have from our eye makeup. The product I'm going to use now is Smooth Out Eye Prime on Jill's eyes before I start her eye makeup. This is really great. It has coconut oil in, and it does two things. It will basically cover over any tiny fine veins, that little bit of discoloration that we all have on our eyelids as we age, so that when we put the eyeshadow on, it will go on as a true colour. And it also will hold the eyeshadow in place all day and stop it from creasing, which is a problem that a lot of people have with eyeshadows. The secret is to not use very much, tiny amount. Tiny, really tiny. It lasts a long time, this product. You can either put it on with your fingers, have to be clean and dry. Make sure your eyelids are clean, dry and oil-free. So just popping this onto Jill's lid. It's a really neutral colour. So I'm just bringing it up to where I will be putting the eyeshadow on. Just use your fingers just to blend it in a little bit. Such a clever product, but the secret really is to use it very sparingly on dry, clean, oil-free lids. That's the key. So I'm going to use Never Feather Lip Prime now on Jill's lips, so that when it has time to dry before I do her lipstick. This is a really, again, a clever product that you just use on the outer edge of your lips. Don't put it all over your lips, and it will stop any feathering and bleeding of lipstick, which as we get older, we have slightly more finer lines, and sometimes lipsticks migrate into those lines. This product stops that happening. It's very clever, but don't put it all over your lips. Some people think they should put it all over, but just on the outer edge. So that just gives that time to dry. So to go with a sort of natural look and to really even more bring out Jill's stunning blue eyes, I'm going to use the Warm Browns Trio. And these colours are beautiful because they are matte, they are natural, there's a cream, cocoa and chocolate. So I'm going to start with cream all over the lid. The fact that it's a matte shade is really flattering on older eyes. Can't really go wrong. They're very gentle products as well. So very gentle colours. And I'm applying it with my eyeshadow brush number 7. I'm going to layer up a little bit here with a natural look. I'm now going to use the middle colour, Cocoa, over the cream. So it won't be quite as strong, but it'll still be a nice warm colour. And bringing it a little bit higher above the socket line. Bringing it just above. It's a nice, warm, not too dark, not too light, pretty brown colour. One of my favourites as well, Cocoa. So I'm now blending that colour a little bit more, just out to in, little firm, short strokes, just to soften the edges of the colour. This brush is brilliant for doing that. Really lovely, soft brush. I'm doing it out to in so that I don't take it too low. It's easy to blend it too far down sometimes, so out to in, soft strokes. I'm now going to use our lovely soft eyeliner in dark brown, just above Jill's top lashes. She's actually got lovely lashes, but they're very fair. So by putting a little bit of eyeliner on, it will give them that little bit of extra oomph at the base before we put the mascara on. I'm going to use a different colour underneath. I want it to be a little bit softer underneath, but I think this will be really nice on the top. Always looks a little bit odd when you put eyeliner on before you put mascara on. In fact, some people like to do their mascara first so that they can then judge how much eyeliner to put on, and that might be something you want to try yourself, but I'm going to do it at this stage. They are so soft that they don't drag at all. So I'm using little short strokes, which is much easier to do than trying to do one long perfect line, and keeping it as close to the lash line as you can. Think to yourself, I'm sort of drawing on the base of my lashes, and then I lift it very slightly at the outer edge, which has the effect of just lifting your eyes. I'm going to come just over halfway. So I've also put a little bit of the darker shade, Chocolate, just on this little bit here and here, just to define that a little bit more, and I'm now going to blend that in using my lovely blender brush. So that one colour just melts into another. Now, using my favourite wedge brush number 8, I'm going to go over the top line that I use the chocolate eyeliner on with the chocolate eyeshadow. This will do 2 things. It will soften the line slightly, and it will set it because you're putting a powder on. So just a little bit of this. Just take off the excess on the back of your hand, and so press the colour into the base of your lashes. And this, if you don't want to use an eyeliner, is a wonderful technique alone. I like to do both because I feel that it sets the eyeliner and softens it slightly. So I'm going to go for a slightly softer, lighter colour underneath Jill's lower lashes. I'm going to use Warm Taupe, which is a pretty colour. It's a little bit, you can see it's slightly lighter than the chocolate and then the dark brown. So again, I'm sorry about the blinking, Jill. So we've put a little bit of Warm Taupe underneath. I'm actually going to go over that one using the wedge brush with the middle one again, the Cocoa, which is again a little bit lighter, a little bit softer, but it will set it. and this will really bring out the blue in your eyes. So I'm going to use Lithe Lash Mascara in brown for this look, just to keep in with the whole brown, natural, earthy sort of look. It's a really pretty brown, not too dark, not too light, and this will make a difference to Jill's fair lashes. Mascara is really lovely because it's not lumpy or clumpy. It just gives colour. So if you look down slightly and then just open a little bit, pull the wand through to the base of the lashes. So before finishing off Jill's beautiful eyes with the Bring Back Brow, I'm going to use Instant Bright Highlight just underneath the brow. I quite like to do that before I've done the brows so that I can then neaten it up. So this is a fantastic product for highlighting. I'm going to use it in various places. So it's a little clicky pen. So I'm going to actually put it on with my concealer brush number 4. Just putting a little bit underneath the highest part of Jill's brow, because that is already further forward and the highlighter will just bring it forward a little bit more and make her brow area look crisper when we put the Bring Back Brow product on. Jill has already got lovely brows, but I'm just going to enhance them slightly in a very natural way using Bring Back Brow Shape in Blonde. And I'm going to use my spoolie brush first of all just to groom them into shape. So, and then I'm going to take the product and shake it. Really important to shake it. It has a little ball bearing in it. It is a paint. It's a very, very special product because it has a very fine paintbrush. So even if you have absolutely no brow hair at all, you can actually put in little feathery strokes to enhance your brows. And if you have got brows but you just want to fill in little gaps or give them a little bit more definition, then this is the product to use. So this colour is actually very similar to Jill's natural colour. So if you are a sort of a warm blonde, medium brown, this is a really good colour to use. We do have a brown one, which is a little bit darker, and a grey one in the same range. So I'm just doing little fine feathery strokes. The secret to the Bring Back Brow is after you've applied it to use a spoolie brush again. This is brush number 6. So just to soften the effect. Makes all the difference. We have completed Jill's eyes, still very natural, but nice warm colours, and we're going to give her a little bit of warmth now with blusher and a bit of bronzer. So I'm going to use the beautiful Desert Rose shade in our fabulous blusher. It's a cream to powder blusher, so I personally like to apply it with my fingers and then blend it with a brush. Just beyond the middle of Jill's eye. And I'm sort of dabbing it and tapping it because we've used the green, so I don't want to drag too much. But it's a lovely colour for actually both warm or cool. Really nice sort of mid-depth blusher. So I'm now using my blusher brush and just blending it a little bit. You can put it on with the blusher brush if you want to. Whatever you prefer. And just to finish that sun-kissed look, you can't do that without the amazing Enduring Summer Bronze, which looks a little bit scary when you open it. It doesn't come out nearly as sort of orangey as it looks. If you just want a hint of warmth, this is a fantastic product to use. So I'm going to pop this where you naturally get sun-kissed, so the top of your forehead, just again on the tiny bit over that blusher on the top of the cheekbones, like so. And then a little bit, I like to put a little bit just on the jawline as well. So again, sort of like a 3 shape is a good way to remember it. Because we've gone for that little warm, natural look, another tip that I sometimes use is to use a tiny bit of bronzer in the eye area too. And if you don't want to use eyeshadow, but you want to have a little bit of warmth on your eyes, a little bit of bronzer just here and here can do that for you. I'm going to use a fairly nude, slightly warm colour as my lip liner on Jill, using the Defining Lip Liner in Roseberry. So I'm just going to outline Jill's lips first, and then I'm going to fill in with the pencil so that we've got a stain of colour all over Jill's lips. That's it, lovely. So I'm trying to tickle you with this. These are so soft that they're really easy to use. And now I'm going to use our beautiful True Coral lipstick. And it's got jojoba oil in, so really kind of nourishing and hydrating, but it's a nice, warm, really summery, sun-kissed boho look. Using my lip brush number 5 just to get a really nice, sharp look. You might want to just put it on directly from the bullet, but if you want a professional look, a lip brush will always help you do that. And to finish the look, I'm going to use Gorgeous Gloss Lip Shine in Cinnamon Kiss, which is a lovely warm colour. I'm not going to put it all over, but I'm going to put it just in the centre of Jill's lips. Okay, so that's the first part of our styling done. We've done the makeup on Jill. What we're going to do now is to style her hair and get her changed into her boho clothes, and then we'll come back and do the big reveal for you. Okay, thank you so much. So we have completed the styling of Jill now, and we have curled her hair slightly in a nice natural way, and she's got a beautiful pinky coral top from Kettlewell and a gorgeous jacket from Museum Selection. So hopefully you have enjoyed your session, and
Very much.
You have been a fantastic model. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Any questions or comments, please feel free to put them in the box below. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye-bye.